What's up, everybody? It's NerdCave news time.
What up?
Oh man, we got everybody in the club up in here tonight. Guys, welcome. My name is Zach. I'm joined along with we'll go around the circle.
Okay.
Around
the great circle, as some might say.
Oh dang.
I'm Derek. What's up, y'all?
Dude.
What's up, everybody? It's Yugi. How you doing? It's good to see you. Good to be here. Happy to be here.
Let's go. Hey guys, I'm Falcon. I am back to wreak some havoc.
Again.
Back to wreak
back
some
again.
havoc.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Nate saying howdy, Amy saying hello. Guys, I am so excited that all of you are here. We've got an awesome one tonight. We have the developer direct that happened today. A lot of cool stuff.
So good.
Announced. I know. I've seen everything but the Indiana Jones stuff. So that will be.
Okay. I saw some of the Indiana Jones stuff, but I haven't watched all of it because I needed to start the stream earlier, and I was like, bro, I have like 5 minutes to watch the rest of this, and this is like 10 minutes.
We're going to watch that one in its entirety. We're going to kind of hit the rest of it. We'll kind of have it playing in the background, and we're going to talk about it and all that kind of stuff.
Because Indiana Jones was the only one that had a full trailer. And you know, just a quick point of order. They did lie to us because they said we'll have a 10. Like, I guess overall the thing was 10 minutes. I guess that was just the format for the rest of it. But could have sworn in the article they said last week that was like, yeah, we're going to have a 10-minute gameplay deep dive of Indiana Jones. And I'm like, that's about 3 minutes, my guys. I don't know what that. So.
Well, I'm excited about it. Now, we'll get in here in just a few minutes into all the shenanigans, all the news. Amy says the boys are back.
The boys are back. We're back.
The second week of the year, we already got a full cast. Might even have a fifth seater coming in.
Just like the developer direct, we might have an extra surprise.
We might.
That was a good surprise. That was a good surprise.
Yeah,
it was.
So I am super excited to have everybody. Now, for the people that are uninitiated to everything, each and every week, we run you through all the nerdy video game news that you need to know. And we are joined along with two illustrious guests. So I am going to let them kind of say who they are, where they're at, where you can check them out, and what they're currently working on. So, Yugi, let's get you first up.
Appreciate you, brother. Hey, everybody, I'm Yugi601. I make content here on YouTube. Looking to be streaming maybe multi-plat, but working on that. But I mainly stream on YouTube, so you'll always catch me here. I took a little break for winter, and now you should see me live next week is what I'm looking forward to. Gonna be streaming a little bit of Tekken 8, even though I am not good at fighting games. There'll be a lot of rage, so if you want to check me out, get upset if you get a kick out of it, check me out there. But that'll be what I'm up to.
Nice. Tekken, I remember playing Tekken 2 on a demo disc back on my PlayStation 1.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa,
I remember playing that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Loved it. Never really actually played a full Tekken game, but I loved that demo. That demo was... Eddie was my favorite character.
Nice. Okay.
In there, because like all of his like flips and twists and all, I just loved Eddie.
Yeah. My cousin called me out, so out of obligation, I have to play because he's younger than me. I've been playing Tekken since the old school PlayStation days. It's a moral obligation now. So if I lose, my Tekken career will be over. So who knows? You'll see me play Tekken, and then you'll see me retire the same week.
Well, there you go.
Oh, dude. Oh my goodness! Imagine retiring that quickly. Dang.
Yeah. It'll probably happen.
Career over, gone.
We'll see.
Right.
I like playing Steve to my detriment. Even though he looks flashy and cool, he only does boxing, so he doesn't do kicks. So there's a little bit of a disadvantage, but there's but I like it's risk reward, you know.
Yeah.
But that's true. Yeah, kicks reach furtigher.
Yep.
So
I'm
gonna have to figure it out.
My only introduction to Tekken was PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale when they had like one of the Tekken characters, like Mishima, I think it was, in there. and you know how they copied Smash Brothers, and they had 3 levels of like different supers.
Yeah.
And the second one was he summoned the bear, and the bear was so OP. Like the bear would like just do a spinning roll and like knock out, and like the bear would also fart to knock out people. Like, and it was like so super effective. Like I would play against one of my buddies from high school, and like we became gym buddies like when we got to college. And I would go over to his house to play that, and he was all. And every time I got him, he's like, "That stupid bear," like that was the bane of his existence.
Bear. Oh my god.
The bear farting, man. That bear must have liked chili or something.
How dare the bear, bro? How dare the bear? Oh my goodness.
We've got one other special guest this evening, and that is Falcon Tactics. Falcon, let everybody know what's going on.
Dude, of course. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Falcon, or Jordan. But yeah, I do a lot of gaming streams on my channel and play games like Fall Guys and play what other games do I play, Yugi? I'm like blanking out right now. Anyways, no, but I was playing
the one that's with the blocks. That one.
Yes, the
Roblox.
one with the Roblox. There we go. Yes, anyways, I play a variety of games. I'm a variety gaming channel. Yeah, recently though, I have been creating a new channel called Content Tactics, and I'm going to be having a podcast over there in February. But yeah, it's going to be about furthering people and teaching people what I've learned on YouTube this year, and just trying to teach people and grow as we all grow together. But that's what I'm currently working on. Yep.
Oh, and what? Tell them what you just did before you joined our stream.
Oh yeah, before I joined the stream, us collectively as a Falcon Force, okay, we 100% completed. We 100% completed Super Mario Wonder. Okay. Yes,
I see you, my boy.
Let's go.
It took about 3 streams, but it's okay to beat that last and final level. But it's all right.
And now you play all the secret levels, and now go back for all the stars and all that.
That's what I'm saying. I 100% of the game. I'm done.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I already did all that.
Falcon's not playing around. That's what he's saying.
I don't play around when I 100% games.
I see that.
He's very tactical when it comes to his games.
Yes.
Some would say that.
He finishes his plate.
Hey,
Yeah.
I got you guys.
Since you're both here, the last time, there was a little bit of controversy. I'm here to say there will be no hot takes from me tonight. So there will be no.
I don't feel safe. No, that's a lie. He wants the penis, Falcon. Don't fall for it.
Okay, listen. Most of Derek's opinions have been pretty awesome up until that one. Okay,
I'll throw it in the trash.
Bro, dude, literally all of his other opinions were good. Then that one just horrible. Sorry, couldn't be me. Oh my gosh, man.
Well,
dude.
I'm glad y'all are here. We're joined by none other than Derek Daniel, co-host with the most. Some would say, co-host with the most. I like that one. That's your new moniker.
Yeah, I mean it's 2024. You got to retire the bearded sultan at least for a little bit.
Dude, you've been called the bearded sultan twice. You're usually the man, the myth, the legend. So
I mean that's also true. So
I like the bearded sultan. It's unexpected. It's like, what did they just say? So, guys, thank y'all for being here. Make sure to hit the like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe. We're going to be jumping into the Xbox conference here in just a second. I want to do a quick round robin of what everybody's playing right now. You see Derek's reaction right there? Y'all see that? Y'all see that?
What you cooking? What you cooking, bro?
No, he ain't cooking nothing. He ain't cooking nothing.
I'm cooking that anime right now. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I feel that, though. If I didn't play games in my free time, I would be, like, binging One Piece right now.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell you, since we're on that subject.
I shouldn't have said it. I'm sorry.
No. No, it's going to be quick. I'm not going to go into a diatribe. Zach knows. I made one of the probably greater than Tom Brady's down 28-3 against the Falcons in the Super Bowl. Let me tell you, I had a goal when I started One Piece last year to get to the time skip by the end of the year. And of course, life stuff happened. Got promoted to a new store. Work an hour north of where I lived. Got an apartment. Got all that moved in. Had an issue with my shower. Had to get that, all that stuff. So, and then had to take a trip to go see my sister end of November, and holidays mixed in. So December finally came, and I'm like, I still have like 4 seasons of One Piece left before I hit the time skip, which is like over 130 episodes of the show. And I'm just like, this is feasible. Let me see if I could try it. And I got to the last season, like Marineford, and I binged 60 episodes in a week. Like, I did it. Like I watched 135 episodes of One Piece in a month, and literally on the last day, like midday of December 31st, 2023, I watched the final episode before the time skip, and I texted Zach immediately. I'm like, I did it.
Dude, oh my goodness, congratulations. Let's go.
I love it.
Oh,
Yeah, I know you're always posting. I don't know if it's. I think it's mainly you. Every time I see on my Instagram feed, you're posting like what you're about to watch.
Yeah,
that's good, man. Do you have like a blog or something where you like talk about it or anything like that?
Don't.
I'd be curious to hear your thoughts. Well, you said you were gonna make a channel, right?
We got something cooking.
Okay.
So we got something cooking.
Am I spoiling everything? I gotta.
You're pot of macaroni. It's all
I'd be curious your thoughts, man, because I like talking to people who watch a lot of anime because they tend to actually know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
I feel like when you only watch the mainstream ones, you like, no offense, and this is me because I only see the mainstream ones. Yeah. I don't like to. It's hard for me to like. You know what I mean? Like really articulate thoughts.
Right. No, I feel that, and I mean, so, but no, we got me and Zach got something cooking. So
that's good. That's good. I'd be interested.
To be continued.
Gotcha. I like it,
bro. So Derek's watching anime for his game.
Yeah, exactly. I'm watching more than I'm playing. So I did redeem myself because I didn't play anything last week. Or so I thought, and then I remembered I played another run of Valhalla DLC, but now I legitimately have nothing for this week.
I see.
Nothing this week, you know.
So,
there it is. I know what he's getting, bro.
Yugi, what did you play this week? Did you play anything this week?
Yeah, I played. So I've been playing Mario RPG. I've been taking my time though. I'm not rushing through it. I really like it. Like I really, really like it. I feel there it is. There's his baby.
I knew he was taking it out.
I love how he holds it so close. It's like right there, you know?
You know what? Wait, I got my own thing to get.
Who bought this for me?
Yeah.
My best friend bought it for me, but he doesn't know what this feels like because he doesn't play enough God of War.
Falcon.
Let's go. Okay.
Falcon.
Who wants to take me down?
When did this turn into Soul Calibur?
Yeah, for real. Like I don't have anything. Like what do I?
Runner over there.
Yeah.
We're gonna get banned from YouTube because
for real.
Don't you guys? Doesn't everybody just have weapons on their standby? Like, come on, doesn't everybody have that?
I mean, you're not wrong, but also,
yeah.
So you've been playing Mario RPG. How is that going? Like, are you digging it? Like, I
am. I really like everything about it. It actually kind of makes me upset that they haven't made more. I feel like if they gave Square Enix, which we're going to talk about today, if they gave them the reins again and let them just make their own lore, I really think they can cook something. Really think they can cook something.
Yeah.
Like it's just, it's almost frustrating because as far as I know, it's the only one.
Yeah,
that was made by it is right. Like Square didn't work on the Rabbids Mario thing, right? No, that's obviously not. They don't own the property. But if they got back together with them, I mean, I don't see why they couldn't like make a part 2.
They try and integrate stuff like, and I use that very loosely with the Paper Mario series by doing a lot of RPG stuff. But true Mario RPG, they haven't really done.
Yeah,
anything
I think that's such a missed opportunity because just by the way it feels. I mean, look, we've already got. I don't know. I'm gonna sound like such a child right now, but I just feel like I could really see something like Kingdom Hearts and Mario. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Right? Because think about it. We've already got Mario with all the combat elements. He can cast fireballs. It would just all the different outfits. You know what I mean? Like hear me out. You know what I'm saying? You know, in Kingdom Hearts, what happens? He's got Master Form, Valor Form. He's got different forms that he can change into. Different party members. Like they could really make something there, I think. And so that's what I was thinking while I was playing it. And then,
not to be that cheeky guy, but like if you want to have something like that in the Mario world, you will have something at the end of March called Princess Peach Showtime.
Oh goodness.
True. I'm ready for some Princess Peach Showtime.
It looks good. I don't know if I'm gonna play it, but
Yeah, I'm about to say, but no, I feel you on that one for sure. Like,
you know what I mean?
There is a lot of potential, and again, I think because 3D Mario, like in its core form, took off so much, I feel like they kind of went away from that idea to like flesh out RPG more. But especially since it's been raking in the dollars, but I feel like again they could just pad their pockets if they just kind of want to at least attempt to do it because. Yeah, like you said, Mario plus Rabbids is done by Ubisoft. Like, yes, Nintendo still helps, like, collab with it, curates it to make sure it's done right. But Ubisoft was like the main team working on that game. So I feel like a collab with Square would be a great opportunity with them.
Yeah, seriously. And then to go on the complete opposite end, while I do that, I'll just jump on my PC and play modded COD Zombies.
Okay,
I'm just having way too much fun with that because they I'm telling you, man, it's like, especially after this last debacle with Modern Warfare 3, the way they treated zombies that way.
Oh, yeah.
It just made me want to keep going back to the original and, and just letting people take the reins and being creative. Mm-hmm. I don't see why they don't do that more. Why don't they give mod support to these newer COD titles? That's another thing that, like, again, starting to frustrate me, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, we haven't really had mod support in the Call of Duty since that game, and that's only for zombies. So it's like, man, we gotta. Hopefully, Microsoft does something. We'll see.
I was just about to say, don't worry, Daddy Spencer's got you covered. He's going.
I hope so. He's
gonna right the ship.
Yes, just give us a new COD, update the engine, and let us mod. And I'm telling you, you can have all my money. You can have all of it. I won't be mad. But man, they've been treating zombies fans bad these last couple years, but yeah, that's all I got for now.
They're treating all Call of Duty fans bad.
Yeah. I feel like they feel like Sonic fans how they felt once upon a time.
That's a very good comparison.
You know what I mean, right? I feel like Sonic fans are like, I remember what that felt like.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah.
Falcon, I know you have also been playing video games because you play video games, unlike my co-host of the show.
Oh my goodness.
So Falcon, other than Mario Wonder, what have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing. Okay, so first I'll mention the obvious one. On my channel, I've been playing Sea of Stars, so that's the playthrough I'm going through right now. And oh my goodness, it's an RPG game. It's so much fun. The story is really good. I didn't realize it was so long until after Zach brought it up. Mm-hmm. Like I was like, oh, how long is this game? And I was like, oh, geez, there's a lot. But I'm still gonna play all of it. It's a lot of fun. I like the battle mechanics to it. Yeah, it's just good. It's just good. It just has me smiling at every part of the story. It's so enthralled. Anyways, the next game that I was playing, which I actually went back to and played with my brothers, we actually just finished that one too last night. Was Super Mario Bros. Wii, like new Super Mario Bros. Wii. And we played that one and beat it at 100% of it, and it was fun. But yeah, that's what I've been up to recently, playing those games in my free time.
Nice. I love it. I've been playing a little bit of Sea of Stars. Didn't have a ton of time over the week. Played some finals. I did play the demo of Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown.
Oh, I saw that. How was it?
It's good, y'all. It is. Yeah.
Really?
It is good. Dude. It takes a little bit to get used to how like they've set up the controls, but I can see like a few hours in the flow of that game. Oh man, once it started hitting in some places, I'm like, dang, this is good. This is fun. Like just moving around and like the dashes and all the different combos. That game is going to be fire. 100%.
Okay.
It came out today, so I'm excited to see where it goes.
Reviews have been mostly positive.
Yeah, it like the demo was enough. I was like, yeah, I'd play this if as soon as it hits my my account or whatever. Derek, I kid.
Oh, no, you're not. Don't even. He's going to text me later and be like, so when you get in the game?
Yo.
It's like Derek just buys games, so I stop harassing him on the stream.
I buy the games, he plays the games. That's how this relationship works.
Exactly. But yeah, I enjoyed it. And for anyone that is on the fence about it or curious just to see how the game is going to work, go check out the demo. They did a really good job. They didn't spoil anything. It was not even necessarily a vertical slice. They kind of built the demo out of the game and kind of molded around that, so there's no spoilers within that, which is really nice. And it has RPG elements in there. You collect things and you're able to buy upgrades for your armor. You're able to get these amulets that give you different abilities and everything on top of your just normal abilities that you have. So highly suggest checking out the demo. It's of course totally free, but yeah, I am enjoying it. And I also suck at the finals at times. We got one W. We got one W. So
okay.
I saw it, bro. That was fire.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yugi, have you tried it out yet, bro?
Dude, I haven't gotten to. No. I'm trying to think if I should. Like, what do you guys play on? What do you play on? What do both of you guys play?
Well, first of all, it's crossplay, but second of
so
all,
okay.
Yeah.
But you could literally play it on any of the new gen consoles or PC, and I currently play it on PC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I play.
And how's it feel? Is it solid?
Yeah, dude, it's
pretty solid. The wheel where like they have all your equipment is kind of jank. That's my one issue.
Oh, where you decide what item you're gonna use right now?
Yeah, like you have to hit like LB and then like pick it and all that. I don't like that. I think there's a better way to map that out. Again, I'm coming from like hardcore Halo where everything is mapped out really well.
Yeah.
It just feels like if you're moving, you're trying to like change your items and everything, and it slows you down, in my opinion.
Okay. What was that other game that you played? It was, I think, over a year ago, where you just like I saw I remember seeing the TikTok clip of you where you just went off like headshot. It wasn't Valorant, was it?
It probably was Halo.
No, that wasn't Halo. It was another one that you had played. You had picked up to see around that time. I forget what it was. Another shooter.
Apex?
I don't know.
Oh God, no! I suck at Apex. I don't even know, dude. I'm over here like trying to pick my mind on what game you're talking about. It was on TikTok.
Yeah.
Dude, Yugi, I only had to play Apex twice in order to know that it just wasn't my game.
It's so bad now, yeah. Like
Dude.
people just got so unreasonably good. They're like all just chat GPT bots.
I actually played it. Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I actually played it when it first came out. And it was all right then, but like at the time, like I was doing stuff with my dad. I haven't really. I think only Yugi is the only person who knows here. But I used to have a channel called Twin Challenge Gaming and Twin Challenge Toys, and that was like with me and my brother, like me and with my twin brother. And like our dad would help us and play games with us, and that was one of the games we tried out off stream. And then dad was like, "Nope, I don't like this game, and so we're not gonna play it." and like we played like 2 matches, and we were just like, and dad was like, "Yeah, nah, this isn't it."
and it's enough.
Like, me being the child, I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Like, and then like I tried it out. Like I think it was like 2 years ago, right? I tried it out, and I was like, "No, I kind of get what he was saying. It still feels like that." But
yeah,
it's for the other people. It's not for me.
Way to put it,
dude. Hey, I'm just trying to be nice about it.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm over here trying to figure out what.
It was like end of 2022. I feel like.
Was it Overwatch 2?
No, it was. It was like one of those games that was like big on verticality.
Oh, wait, is that the Portal game where like where you?
Oh,
yeah.
Splitgate.
Splitgate. There we go.
That's what it was. Yeah,
that
where you just win like.
That's actually a pretty good game, bro.
Yeah. You know,
I think
it had enough
easy.
Halo in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It had enough Halo in there that it was like, this feels like home.
Yeah.
Dude, Splitgate was really fun. I played that for a season, bro. That was fun. Oh,
yeah, I'm with you 100% there. Like, if it ain't Halo, I typically don't want it. I'm not gonna lie. That's a peak shooter right there. I'm with you there.
Yeah.
Infinite feels crispy, but it's just something about the old one I just prefer.
Yeah. 100%. 3 or 2 are kind of like, I know people are like Reach, and I'm like, no, we're getting too much gadgets in here.
Yeah.
Too many
You just want
gadgets.
Master Chief,
Yeah.
one-liners, and shooting aliens.
Yep.
I
100%.
say, give me a BR and an energy sword, and we're good.
There you go. Yeah, fair.
Oh, well, guys, let's get into the news. What we're going to do here is we're going to reintroduce everything. I sent y'all in the private chat the link to it so y'all can see everything.
Gotcha.
But for the uninitiated, we always give Derek a name every week, and then Derek will rank the name. He doesn't know the name, and we'll see what he thinks about this one. I'm sure we'll get a lot of reactions out of it. So, without further ado, let's start. In 3, 2, 1. This week in gaming, Xbox has a conference and more games get added to the release this year. This is the Nerd Cave News, and I am one of your hosts, Zach Dykes, joined with the man that does it all and lives in a bathroom stall. It's Kaka McGraw.
Kaka McGraw lives in a bathroom stall. What? Oh my gosh.
Oh no! Sorry. Remind me.
Hold on. And we have special guest Yugi 601 and Falcon Tactics.
Hey, what's up? Oh
All right.
my gosh.
Kaka McGraw, where does this rank on the list of names?
Like, this is almost up there with John Stevenson for like bad names, in my opinion. But it's only because I think you had to make it rhyme. But because the only name, I'm just flabbergasted. I'm just like Kaka McGraw. Like, never mind. I'm gonna put it as my number 2. Like, there's just no like.
I mean, that's not mine.
Like,
Dude. Oh my
Amy
God.
does not assume a responsibility for that one.
no, I'm gonna say if that's an Amy name, I'm gonna have to talk with her. I'm gonna have to get her.
No, that was definitely my name. I wrote it as
Yeah.
we were.
Well, that's your handiwork. Like, no imagination whatsoever.
Whoa. There is imagination, because if you've been around when I've been around Falcon,
Mm-hmm.
Kaka McGraw is what I've tried to get him to name his podcast. And also, like, his like signature thing is Kaka. That's what I'm trying to convince
He's been
him.
trying to get me to do that ever since I met him. So when he said that name, I was like, dude, you gotta be kidding me. He didn't even do it for you. He didn't even do that for you, bro. Like, I guarantee he wasn't even looking for your reaction. He was looking at me. Like,
Exactly.
oh my gosh, bro. Oh my goodness, dude.
He got a 2 for on this episode.
Yep. You know, I put the bait out there. You know, I can't help that a bigger fish came by. Dan
Oh,
asks,
my
do
God.
we need a separate ranking list for worst names?
Well, we don't get them often, so I would say no. Now, if Zach plans to contribute more, then maybe we'll revisit that idea. So,
2 birds with one name. I'm getting a call. Hold on.
oh Lord.
Oh.
No,
it is
Breaking news.
breaking news. Kaka McGraw is none other than John Stevenson,
Oh my God.
CPA and urban hiking legend.
I
Man,
feel like I'm just like, that's going to turn into like, and his name is John Cena.
it's crazy how John Stevenson literally sits at 1 and 2 on the list this year. It's crazy, guys.
No,
It's
it's,
crazy.
not. It
Yeah,
doesn't.
no.
Like,
Mhm. Crazy.
It's crazy. Guys, this episode is brought to you by the Epic Game Store, where you can support us by going and using our creator code NerdCave at checkout. This is even on free games. All of it helps us out. So go support us that way, and it costs you no extra dollars. Also, we're brought to you by Coffee Brand Coffee and our wonderful patrons, but more about that later. Stone Cold John Stevenson. Exactly. Guys, we've got no news tonight.
nothing at all.
No
We're
news
just,
at
we're
all.
just here to vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been vibing hard.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Nothing significant happened today.
guys, let's jump into the gaming discussion for this week. And the only thing that we put on here, because we're going to be talking about it quite a lot, is the Xbox Developer Direct. So we're going to recap the show. A lot of good stuff up in here. We're going to go through show order. And when we get to Indiana Jones, we are going to watch the entire trailer. Okay?
Okay.
Entire trailer. So I'm excited.
I like it.
I have not watched the Indiana Jones one. So first up on the show was Avowed. And this one we've seen a few times beforehand. We got a little bit of a bigger trailer like a year or two ago. Was it 2020?
Yeah, it was last year because they showed at their whatever big, like I think it was during Summer Game Fest, they showed off Avowed.
Okay. So we got more today. It was more of the developers talking and everything, but it takes place in the same universe as the Pillars of Eternity franchise, which I think is interesting that they're bringing that into all of it. But the thing,
because it's also a game they worked on.
Yeah, the thing that interested me was the variety of weapons. Like the weapons that they got all in this thing is cray. Like, what were y'all's thoughts on Avowed?
Sorry, you can go first, Derek.
Oh, no, I'll say, go ahead. You spoke up before me.
Okay. All I was gonna say is, I'm not gonna lie. It didn't really strike me as that cool. And okay. Listen. I'm not saying the game isn't awesome. Okay, the game is amazing. Okay, I'm just not its target audience. I like RPGs and I like games where you play like this. These are amazing, and I would probably watch someone play it. Yeah. But I'm not the type of person to play it. So watching it didn't really like spark any interest in me. I just thought it looked really cool. I do think that it gives me a lot of Skyrim vibes. So, and like I played Skyrim before, and Skyrim is definitely fun. Like I said, it's just not my types of games. So I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not really my thing. Unlike Derek when he talked about
this thing, I'm like, so what you're saying is you have that hot take like I did with Breath of the Tears of the Kingdom.
No. Listen, you think it's just bad. Okay, I'm not saying that. Oh my goodness. I'm saying it's good. It's just not for me.
Okay.
What about you, Yugi?
Oh, I'm super excited. That's the thing. Because it looks like Skyrim, smells like Skyrim, walks like Skyrim, and I'm okay with it. You know, I'm totally okay with it. I'm a big proponent when it comes to game development. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just improve upon it. So far, what I've seen, that seems to be the case. Now, obviously, like the physics look a little dated, so there is that, right? It doesn't look as fluid. But I don't know if they're like sticking to that Skyrim style almost to a fault. And then they're gonna like improve upon it with like, you know, a better skill tree, more like quest lines, storylines, etc. So if it's just Skyrim but enhanced, not as janky, not as glitchy, and you know, obviously improved upon, I'm here all for it. If it's just a copy just to be a copy, then that's a missed opportunity. You know what I mean? Because while everyone's waiting for that new Elder Scrolls, we can get our fix on this game and hopefully see something here that, you know, we've never seen before. So we'll see, because that's another thing too. That's the other problem with it. If you're not a fan of Skyrim and you see this, you're just going to be like, well, why would I play this? I've already been through this. You know what I mean? So there's that too. So they got to really deliver here with like something unique. I haven't seen it yet though, so we'll see. We'll see when the final reviews come out.
Yeah. And I think, they do tend to, kind of toe the company line with, looking like Bethesda, kind of working with, because they have made Bethesda games,
right?
Fallout New Vegas, but Outer Worlds was a breath of fresh air.
Correct.
And we even talked about this on Bono's Gaming episode this week, which y'all should go check out. But I think this is going to be interesting because the world is unique. It's a little bit more it seems a little bit more campy in some things, which I'm all down for. I like, a little bit more humor. I do like the dialogue trees because that's something that we're not getting in Skyrim at the moment. And even like with Starfield, like, yes, some things can branch, but it feels like it's more like this is what the story is going to be for whatever this quest is and everything. So I do like that a lot. Derek, what did you think about Avowed?
So to Falcon's point, like this wasn't a game for him. I know when the first time we saw anything, I know Zach wasn't impressed. I don't know if this moved the needle, probably not. But I will say the stuff we saw did look a little bit more polished than the first time we saw it, because it looked like Skyrim when the first time it released, the first time we saw the gameplay of it. I'm like, she rough. But it's polished up, I did like kind of like what Zach said, a lot of weapon choices, like especially like a wand. The whole time I was thinking, oh, yeah. So, but I do like the weapon choices, like dual wielding pistols, and like Zach said, the dialogue trees. Like for me, I'm liking the way the RPGs are like testing our morality system, because again, when you're playing a role playing game, you kind of want to exude, you kind of want to live out the way you want it to. And, back in the day, dialogue choices kind of held you back from like, all right, good choice, bad choice, when it kind of boiled down to it. But now with these morally great choices that they're sprinkling into it, it's like, and not knowing the ramifications after you've made the choice too is nice, because it's like, all right, will I regret this? Like, and, it kind of, again, the morally gray is like, all right, what are you okay with? Like, what do you, critical think in this position? It's like, all right, if I do this, what will happen? If I do this, what will happen? And it's like, all right, where can I meet in the middle and like where do those sort of like a win-win, or like, help you along to craft your own story and world? Because a little game from back in, I think 2014, it came out, Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments came out, and like you did your detective skills, but their big hook for the gameplay was, if once you made your deduction and saw and found and made your announcement of who the killer was or who the culprit was, it did not tell you if you were right or wrong. You just had to live with the choice that you made. And I thought that was a really cool like mechanic they added in, because it's like, all right, there was no right or wrong choice. It's just the choice you made and have to live with.
Yeah, very good. Another thing too that I gotta point out is that I love that it's so much more colorful. I feel like Skyrim had that problem where it was very like almost grayscale kind of filter. Yeah. So I love that they're not afraid to tap into like, hey, this area is a little more colorful. This area is intentionally a little more grim. So I do appreciate that. That's what I'm saying. I don't. Yeah, people who love Skyrim almost have no reason to not at least check this out. You know what I mean? Because it just seems like a more updated, more polished, version of that.
Agreed.
So.
Yeah, and like to the colorful thing, that's kind of how Outer Worlds was as well.
Yeah.
So like, I like that their DNA over of Obsidian is that more colorful kind of world and everything, and Obsidian is doing work. Like they are the Insomniac for Xbox. Because they have put out so many games recently.
And they've got Outer Worlds 2 in the back burner, in development right now too. So
some very talented people. From when I saw the presentation, I was like, wow, like you can tell they're trying here,
Yeah.
Because I think it was 22 when Pentiment came out, and that was like a small, like we kind of didn't know if it was going to be a hit or not, and it dropped out, and it was like a huge hit of the end of the year. So Obsidian's in their bag right now. So they're doing work.
Yeah, 100%. So fall release for Avowed. For me, this did move the needle. Like this is possibly on my I've got to play it list.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be day one on Game Pass, so it's worth at least a play.
Oh, okay. Then that's an easy sell right there.
Yeah, if it's on Game Pass, I'll definitely try it.
Yeah, all of the games that we're talking about tonight are going to be on Game Pass day one.
Except for one. Visions aren't going to be. I double-checked it. Visions.
Visions?
Yeah.
Okay. Visions, which I'll still be playing Sea of Stars probably by then. So
yeah,
same here, honestly. But I'm still gonna play it. I'm still gonna play Visions of Mana. Oh my gosh,
I won't, but that's okay. That's okay. For me, this definitely moved the needle because I am wanting an RPG that feels like this, and I know people are gonna be like, "Why don't you go play Starfield some more?" I want to. I really want to, but I don't know when I'm going to. You know what I mean? This feels a lot more like what I want to play right now compared to Starfield. And the little bit I played is cool because that Batman mission, the Mantis, super cool. Super cool. That's the last time I played it, though. So, All right. That is Avowed. Any last thoughts on Avowed?
I was going to say, go for it.
All I was going to say, I wanted to add on to what Derek said earlier. He was talking about the battle mechanics. I I do. Okay, listen, I'm a magic type person, so like when it comes to games and there's like a magic choice, I will go full on towards that. They're like, "Hey, do you want to do physical combat or do you want to do magical combat?" I'm like, "Magical combat." They're like, "I didn't even get to finish with the rest of the choice." I'm like, "Magical combat." That's it. I'm like, that's the only choice here. I am like a mage at heart. Okay.
Yeah.
And then they were like dual wield wands, and I was like,
Yeah, that was
Yeah, so
dope.
that was pretty cool. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool. But I don't know. I think that's probably the only part that I was like, wow, that's really awesome. But yeah, that's my 2 cents.
If there was like an evil karma system in that, Zach would definitely like learn the death spell and be just like, Avada Kedavra! Everybody on the board.
Gosh, bro.
You know,
Oh my
you
goodness,
know,
bro.
you know.
All right.
I was gonna say the one thing that I will say, I'm curious, did they mention anything or do you guys hear anything about mod support for this game? Because that's another uphill battle, I think.
They didn't talk about it, but you almost got to imagine that there will be. I feel like because it's a fall release game, that they're going to talk about it probably closer to release or probably like shortly after release. It's like, all right, PC is going to get mod support shortly after the release of the game. So I feel like just because this was their first, like their next showing and talk in like their roadmap to this year, if I missed it, you know, that's on me. But I didn't hear them say anything about mod support right away.
Because that's one of the things that the original Skyrim players have that is like what's still, I think, setting the bar, especially if you're like a PC gamer, because you know, you mod Skyrim, it's a totally different game now. And so I'm curious on what they're gonna do with that, and I'm curious if it influenced the development, because one of the cool mods that the OG Skyrim has, and if you guys have played it, is, you know, when you're traveling from point A to point B, there's not much going on for most of the time. Yeah. You know, modded Skyrim, it adds, you know, brand new types of dragons. It added brand new types of encounters. So you could be walking down, you know, outside of Whiterun, just walking up to a cave and some boss fight will come up to you, you know? So I'm very curious how much the modding community influenced the development of this game Avowed. So we'll see.
I'm sure they played a part of it. I mean,
I hope,
like mods, especially for RPG games like that, like those, it's almost like a given at this point, where it's like if you don't include mod support, like again, even if it's not at launch, if you don't include it in the launch window release, then people are going to start complaining, and like you're going to get drop offs real hard on player count.
Yeah, with Outer Worlds, their last big RPG, they had huge mod support. I just looked it up, so I'm sure they'll keep with that track record. I did want to say one thing that I did think was cool is that you can have multiple weapons on you, and the quick change where you're literally, you can hit a button and then bang, you got bow, bang, you got weapons. Like, that was really nice, because there's so many times where it's like, oh, I gotta get my, you know, and it's like having that quick. I know it's not realistic, but we're playing video games. We don't necessarily want realistic.
Right.
We want to feel like a crazy wizard god thing. You know what I mean? Like we want to feel powerful. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I'm glad that they didn't make it. Oh, you know, you have to go equip that weapon in your inventory. I'm happy with that too, man. Yeah.
Dragons that look like Macho Man Randy Savage. You always any Bethesda game has to have Macho Man. I loved him as the Death Claws in Fallout 4 as well. All right, let's move on to the second game in the showcase. This is Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. This game we have been getting teased forever.
Yep.
Forever, and I'm glad that we finally got a release date of May 21st.
Let's go.
So this game looks fantastic.
Like the visual shots they showed of some of like the areas, I'm just like, whoa. Like it looks real good.
And we're gonna be in Iceland, and the story that they're setting up for this, I think, is going to be mind-blowing. It is supposed to be a shorter game than the first one, and they have revamped combat completely. So, thoughts on Senua's Saga Hellblade 2?
I want to go first because let me just explain my reason. Okay, I must have blinked during this part because I remember absolutely nothing about this trailer. I'm not going to lie. Like, to be fair, I multitask when I watch things like this, so I'll know if it's good or not if I like, whoa, that was actually really cool. Like, I don't know. It's like that's how I watch announcements like this. But I remember like nothing from it, honestly. So I don't really think anything caught my eye. Now listen, I might be wrong. Okay, the game is probably really amazing, but that's all I
Oh!
What the fuck?
There he is.
Correct. We have a surprise, guys.
I have something to say. Falcon.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Why he got that disciplinarian voice on?
Oh,
This
please.
guy.
He's like a disappointed parent.
You're
Right?
you're reminding me of Derek from the last time all of you were together
Oh.
talking about Tears of the
Listen,
Kingdom.
I'm not.
What
saying
are
it's
you
bad.
saying,
I
man?
didn't say it's bad. I just said nothing stuck out to me. Listen.
So what you're saying is we need to get out the pitchforks for you.
Bro,
Yeah.
the last 3 games were literally the best in my opinion that they showed. Okay, I'm not saying the other ones are bad. Just saying the last 3 games were like, whoa.
I'm gonna hit you like reverse Flash hit Barry Allen in season 3 of the Flash during Flashpoint. Now who's the villain, Falcon? Now who's the villain?
Oh my god, bro! I never said any of it was bad. So get off my case.
Look, I'll be honest, this is not my type of game. I'm probably not going to play this, but
Mhm.
I can't deny that what they're doing, like graphically and with the sound design, they talked a lot
Yes.
about the sound design and the music and stuff in there. And they showed like that clip of the Fates like walking around the microphone as they were whispering their dialogue
Yeah.
and stuff.
Mhm.
I thought, man,
That was a
that
cool
is
shot to see.
that is so good. Like they're taking this seriously and they're trying to put out the most polished thing that they can put out. And I have
Agreed.
to give them props for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oof.
Bo, since you are now have welcome. First of all, glad to have you here.
Hi, Bo.
We're discussing the Xbox Developer Direct. We just got into it. Give us your quick thoughts on what you saw of Avowed.
Avowed. Okay, so Avowed is one of the games that it's one of the games that made me buy a Series X because they showed it in
Mm.
2020 in their montage reel of games that were coming to the Series X, and it was only like, I don't know, 8 seconds or something of the game, but in those 8 seconds I was like, that's a game I want to play right there. And so today, seeing what they showed off today, I thought, yes, this is coming, and it's coming this year, and I got really excited about it. I thought it did definitely reminded me of an Obsidian game. It was very heavy Obsidian vibes, but that's not a bad thing necessarily. And so I'm anxious to get my hands on this one and to play it. I thought it looked really good. I thought it was weird that they said that one guy. Oh, what did he say? I'm a dumb baby.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
I was like, okay.
I'm like, hey, Gen Z, where did you come from?
But other than that weird part, I thought it was really good. Yeah,
Awesome.
I liked it.
Awesome.
I'm excited about it. There's so many different combinations of powers that you could, or like weapons, like you could have you could dual wield wands, and do magic on people. Like I was like, okay, that's
I
pretty.
know.
Dude,
That's what Falco was talking about.
what I
Like,
was saying earlier, bro. I was like, bro, you could dual wield wands.
Yeah, you can have a wand in one hand and a machine gun in the other hand or whatever, and it's like that's
You
cool
could be
too.
a wizard with a gun. That was a whole
Yeah.
game. That was
Yeah,
the name of the
it
game.
was.
Wizard with a gun. So you could be a wizard with a gun.
Bro, that was literally my favorite part. They said it in the trailer like that too. They were talking about it and they were like, "Hey, you could dual wield wands," and we're like, "Whoa!" Like,
Yeah.
oh
Hey, I
my
think it's
goodness.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
And-
Even Harry
and-
Potter's blushing.
I
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's jump back into Hellblade 2. I know, Bo, you're not super hyped on it, but
Falcon says it's forgettable.
I think it
Yeah.
looks phenomenal. I just don't. It's a
Yeah.
little too dark for me personally.
yeah,
So
That's fair.
all.
I understand that 100%. Yugi, thoughts on it?
Oh, I love this. I mean, I don't know if my PC will, breathe if I load it, but
It'll definitely melt Zach's PC, that's for sure.
yeah, for sure. It definitely, I can feel like the performance is just going to take my graphics card to its knees. But
Dude,
in terms of like what it's going for, Reminds me a lot. The art style reminds me a lot of Death Stranding. I'm a big Death Stranding fan.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to see what the themes are. I haven't played the first one. I should. This isn't gonna come out on PS5. I'm assuming it's
No,
exclusive,
it's completely
right?
exclusive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So then
Although
that would be the only.
first one did come out on Switch,
Okay, wow.
but this,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
they did port it to Switch.
Okay. So then, yeah, I guess that would be the only reason why I don't try it. But looks great. I love these types of games because like I said, it reminds me of like Kojima games, heavy on the themes.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be curious, how the story continues. So I'm definitely going to be playing the first one at some point, and when I get an updated PC, this is an easy, at the very least, try out for me for sure. Because like I said, like I can appreciate the art style of this. I like that Icelandic aesthetic. Man, when I played Death Stranding, I'm most of the time I remember I would just sit there and just take screenshots, So, and from what I'm looking, like I said, it just looks really good. Like environments are going to be key, and there's not a lot of games I feel like I can say that for, where I'm like the environments just look so good. You want to just sit there and just look at it. You know what I mean? Like the last one I can think of was like Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, for me, obviously I've been excited for this game because again, like Zach, like what they did with like the mental health aspect and like the audio design, and like they're just like I have it here in the bullet points, like they're just doubling down on what made them successful from the first game iteration, and they're just expanding upon it. Like I'm also sad, like I told Zach this before y'all jumped in. I'm like, should have taken that bet because he was saying this will be their big fall game, and then when Avowed they showed off first, it's like, all right, it's coming out fall. I'm like, well, not Senua Saga is not going to be the fall game, and then they drop a May 21st. I'm like, man, that's so soon. Like that's exciting. Like a good summer game to get into, like especially when people are getting out of school, to play. When they mentioned Draugr, and I'm just immediately thought of God of War. I'm like, man, let's go, like more of this. But I'm super stoked for like this shot right here that we're seeing in the background. Like, oh my gosh, just beautiful. Like I'm super stoked for this game. Again, coming day one on Game Pass. So yeah, you don't have to drop your money if you already have a subscription. But I'm super excited for this game.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I might try it out just because it's on Game Pass. Just maybe just so I can see it for myself. Play the first 30 minutes or something. Yeah.
Dude, same here, Bo. I agree. Despite what I said earlier, I definitely will try it out since I already have Game Pass. So
I think the first one is on Game Pass.
It is.
Okay, so if y'all wanted to check that one out, I know it's a few years old and everything, but
shout out to Iceland.
Still holds up.
God's creation right there. For some reason, Iceland just makes good environments for video games. Apparently,
dude, my dream vacation is to go to Iceland.
Yeah, it's something about that environment, right?
Yeah,
bro, it looks nice.
Yeah.
So my thoughts. I'm stoked for this game. I know it is going to be brutal, just like the other one, but I think I love when they said when you are fighting, you are barely going to get out of it alive. So it makes it feel way more realistic. And again, not every game has to feel like this, but this is what they're striving for. And I'm excited for what they're able to do. Again, it is going to be rated M. It's going to be, it's very dark, all of that kind of stuff. So, depending on what you want, this might not be for you, but if you like a more serious and mature tone, this is definitely going to be it. And the music, the instrumentation, I cannot wait for it. It is going to be awesome. And you got to play it with headphones 100%. You cannot play it the other way unless you got 5.1 surround sound. I think that's the only way. See, they're doing like the binaural. They were talking about like every sound, not just the voices this time, the music as well. Everything is going to be binaural, so that is super awesome, and I'm excited for Hellblade.
One thing to touch on, how though you're barely get out of fights alive. I also wonder if they're going to integrate that in different ways by like not just like physical combat, but because it's so heavy on like the aspect of psychosis, is like will you mentally get out of it alive? You know what I mean? Like, will it affect you just as much mentally as it will physically?
Well, there's a part where it literally in this, it's like she's going to collapse, and then she collapses. I'm wondering if that kind of stuff is going to come more into play
Right.
like you're saying and everything, if that's something you're having to deal with. And I also like that they're bringing in, like, her psychosis can be seen as like either a good thing or a bad thing, like with allies and like foes and everything.
Right.
So there's a lot going on here. And May 21st.
Yeah.
May.
All we needed, that's
21st.
another thing I meant to say, is like, at this point, I'm tired of seeing it. Just give me a release date. And we didn't get it at Game Awards. But then when they announced this direct, I'm like, that's why they wanted to save it for their own thing, which makes sense. So
Yeah.
now it's all,
100%.
now it's complete. Now just, you got to wait till May.
There's been so much hype around this game for so long. They had to keep something, so people would tune in and watch. That's the only one we got a date for, right? We got,
like everything else was Windows, but this is the only hard date we got.
Yeah. So excited. Let's move to the third game of the developer direct. We can just skip this one,
I know.
Yeah, let's just skip it.
Oh, sorry. I'm out. Dude, I'd be so sad. I'm sorry.
Zach beat me too, because I'm like, it's not important. Let's just go.
Oh my goodness. See, this is why you.
Yeah, that took me by surprise how they did it.
Yeah, I know, because they're skipping out, and I'm like watching it. I like how they did the little graphic. They went in and they circled the ones that they were going to talk about next, and then fill in the release dates and all that. And then they said, unexpected user has entered into the direct. I'm like, what is it? I'm like, and I figured, because the way it was, like, they already went through half the games, and it wasn't even like a 30-minute thing. And I'm like, how are they going to fill this time? Like, are they just going to go super deep dive into the other two? And they included a Square Enix announcement, or a Square Enix game, Visions of Mana. So it was the surprise. Like, it wasn't a shadow drop, but it was a surprise, showing.
But look at all that empty space down there in the bottom right corner now. They needed to fill that in too. I was looking at that next game.
Well, they ended 10 minutes early. They ended 10 minutes early, and it was supposed to be like a full hour. I was fully expecting like one last surprise.
Yeah, me too. I was expecting the shadow drop, because last year they did that with Hi-Fi Rush, and I thought they were going to come in with the sixth one.
Is it a shadow drop if you're expecting a shadow drop?
Fair enough.
If I don't know what the shadow drop is, then yeah, it is.
And I think earlier this week they had come out and said, don't expect shadow drops for this direct. So,
but companies say that kind of stuff all the time.
I mean, also fair.
So, Visions of Mana, we got to see some real-time combat and everything throughout all of this. I want to point this one dude out, because I think he takes the cake over Armor Suit dude from the Game Awards. This dude looks like he is like straight out of a Japanese like music video when they get to him. Like I am like, this dude is like straight up fire. Like, look at him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like this trench
He got the
coat,
pop
I'm
collar.
just
What
like,
is that?
man,
Yeah.
Like,
No, he looking like a
the
Japanese
final-
Elvis Presley.
He's like the final boss of like
Yeah.
Tekken.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
Yes.
Like
He has-
when I s-
He has got 2 katanas in that trench coat. He's about to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's literally like, bro.
Like, he's definitely-
He might have 3 in there actually.
He's the DLC character in the next Yakuza game, 100%.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Bro,
my
a new
Lord.
challenger approaches.
Yeah, for real.
Dude,
So
that's crazy.
y'all let me know. Like, this is not necessarily like a game that I'm 100% interested in, but like for the ones that
Yes,
are
Dan.
interested,
Sorry. Yes, Dan. Dan said straight out of the Matrix.
straight out of the Matrix. Exactly. So y'all let me know. What do y'all think about this? For the ones that are excited for it.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
so
Falcon.
so let me just start by saying I've played a lot of the secret. I've played a lot of the Mana games. All right. Okay. I love almost all of them, mainly because of the story. But honestly, aside from the story, the combat elements inside of the game really have me. Okay. Like the story is great, okay, and the world building is even better. But in this game specifically, they focused a lot more on the combat of the game, and I love that. I know most of the other games are like top-down view, and so having a 3D open world game feels a lot more clean, especially for targeting this generation now. But the combat was amazing to me. I like the way they did it, because in the other games, you would have to open up a menu in order to use specific magic abilities, and in order to use specific weapons, you would like just switch to that weapon and like a little hotbar. But in this game, the combat feels a lot more drawn out and a lot more strategical. So I'm really excited to try it out in this one.
It doesn't look like it's stopped. There's no menus.
Exactly.
It reminds me of a cross between Xenoblade and Dragon Quest 11. That's what it looks like to me. I think it looks really cool, Falcon.
Yeah. I think the only thing that I didn't see in the combat was a locking on mechanism. Like I didn't see a lock on. But I don't know. That could change. There probably is a lock on. I don't know how they filmed it or what they did, but I'm like, for that type of content, there needs to be a lock on, in my opinion. So if there's not, I would be very disappointed.
It feels like they just hit all the UI just to make it super clean and everything. Because look at that dude. It was really clean.
Yeah.
Like this guy, everything's got to be clean. So any other thoughts on Visions of Mana?
I like that mount. They're riding on that big, fluffy wolf, and that looks pretty cool. I like that.
Dude, they talked about that too. They were like, "Look at all the animals! Look at all the enemies! They look so adorable! Now you have to go kill them." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I think it's animals. We worked really hard on these animals.
Yeah, you know those animals took them ages, bro.
Yeah,
and they look so good, though. They look so good.
It does.
Oh, I will add this in. This is the first time that a Mana game has come to Xbox.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
bro.
Interesting.
Big news. It's big news because they've been trying so hard to get a foothold in Japan.
Yes.
And they're really actively working towards that. And this is just one more stepping stone towards that, I feel like. And
Phil
so
Spencer's work. He's been putting in that work.
He has.
Yeah.
He has. He really has. So good for them. I think this is good. It's good for just the gaming industry as a whole for competition to be there.
Yes.
And so I'm excited about it. Yeah.
100%.
It's a good announcement.
Summer 2024.
Yep.
Summer 2024. So I expected to see it over on Kaka. Over on
I will say, I know we got 2 more games to talk about, but the roadmap, I know we got one game that just says sometime this year, doesn't have even a release window, but the roadmap Xbox is building, I know it's kind of late. I know they really don't start till summer almost, but the roadmap they're building is shaping up really nicely. I'm kind of looking over here all right, PlayStation, what you got, my guy?
No.
Because Nintendo's going to rock the first half of this year.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just put that out here. Then Xbox is going to pick up that gauntlet and just carry it. And now it's all right, PlayStation, what do you have?
They sitting on that 5-gallon bucket, bro. They're sitting on their laurels right now. They're just we put out, Last of Us Part 2 remastered. And
that comes out tomorrow.
And it's there you go.
And then Helldivers
a remaster of a game that didn't need a remaster.
Yeah.
And
then we get, Final Fantasy 7 because it's only coming to PlayStation.
I'm excited about that.
I'm
excited about that one.
Me too.
I want to play that one.
It looks good. It looks good. I can't.
Visually, it looks phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
it looks so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna start a fight. I'm gonna be the one that says stuff, and then people.
Don't pull a Falcon on here.
Yeah, don't pull a Falcon
on your own show. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
He's just got to follow his co-host lead. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
All right.
I love the new Final Fantasy because have you guys ever seen Advent Children?
Yes.
The movie.
Yep.
And then remember, I remember watching that movie and thinking
man, if the game
would be so cool.
looked like that.
Here we are.
Yep. Finally, it took him long enough.
Yeah, for real.
It took him long enough, but yeah, I want to get into Final Fantasy, but it just feels like I'm fighting this mountain,
Yeah.
It's found that mountain. Next up and fourth in our developer direct, Aura History Untold. Now, I don't know how many of y'all are up on the RTS scene, but this one actually, I was like, dang, this is pretty good.
Yeah, well, it's made by ex-Firaxis devs then that worked on the Civilization series. So you see, because you're watching this in real time, and I'm thinking this has very much Civilization vibes to it, and then come to find out it's ex people who worked at Firaxis. I'm like, oh, that makes sense now, and it's the grand strategy game Like I'm not big on strategy games, but like the biggest takeaway from this that they said was they're gonna take away like waiting on your opponent's turn. You can still make moves while the opponent is. So like you don't, once you make your turn, you don't have to wait for their opponent to play out their full turn before you can start playing again. You can continue to play as the opponent is making moves. So it's like a constant, like I can see that being the only downside being it's a constant back and forth, because instead of like sitting there having your time to breathe and figure out what needs to be happening, your opponent's already figuring out like, all right, let me go do this, and then you have to keep up with like, all right, oh crap, this is getting attacked. Like this, I have to farm here, build resources, and it's like it could get a little hectic from time to time. But I like the fact that you don't have to just sit there for like 30 minutes and twiddle your thumbs while your opponent does like 20 things.
Yeah, I love that, because playing, Rome Total War or Civilization, even if it's the computer, because everybody's got to go. So it's like that could take 2 minutes, and like, oh, you're saying like, oh, 2 minutes. That's a long time when you're just waiting to play a game. And then if you're actually got people that you're playing with, that's a whole nother ball game. It's like, so I love that. One thing that I thought was interesting is instead of like the normal, like Civilization, you can either win by war, you can win by like creating wonders of the world, or you can win by going to like Alpha Centauri. This one is based off of like a prestige system. So the more prestigious, and you can get prestige by building, they call them different, but they're wonders essentially, like the different, Alexander's library, or the, the Great Pyramid of Giza and all of that. Like you can get that way, or you can develop like your culture and like society and all of that. So I find that very interesting. Of course, first playthrough that I do, decimating everybody, literally killing everybody, going to take over everything. That's just how it goes. Like, first playthrough's got to be
As any
war.
good dictator would do.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Either you're with me or you're against me. I learned that from one dude, little boy named Anakin.
Annie.
But I like this because it goes further, because in Civilization, when you build like warriors or troops, they automatically have weapons. They automatically have everything. On this, you actually have to gather the resources to build the weapons and the tools. So it's a lot more in depth. And I love how the world changes around you. It's not just like, oh, you put a city here and like, boom, it's a city. Like the forest and everything. Like there's a lot of depth here. So that's me gushing about Aura. I was not expecting this to be this exciting.
Me either, actually. Because
Like
I'm just
all?
thinking like,
Because I was like, I don't know who these cats are. But like seeing this and like hearing everything, I'm like, dang. And you can get mechs. Look at that.
Yeah.
Mechs. Anyway.
Yeah, that's insane.
What did y'all think about it?
It's not my type of game. You go ahead, Yugi.
No, you can.
Okay, it's not. It's not. It's not my type of game, but it's just because this is like one of those. Man, this is a lot of time. This is a time investment. And,
yes.
Yep.
And so I'm not going to play it, but what I will say is I thought you're right. The level of depth that they have built into this thing is phenomenal, and the number. What struck me is the number of NPCs that are just doing stuff like on screen all at the same time is really impressive. Really impressive, I thought.
Yeah.
For sure.
Dude, I'm kind of with Bo on this one. It's like a very long and time-consuming game. I don't think I'd be the type of person to play it. But honestly, it does look really fun. Like, I would love to play it. I just don't have the time to play it.
Yeah, because you'll be... like I played Civilization a lot with some friends, and I remember just going from like 200 years will take you like 12 hours, like just because there's so much involved, and it's just like you'll wake up and the sun's out, or you know what I mean, like you'll end the turn and the sun's out, and you're just like, man, I gotta stop playing. And there's a reason why you gotta save and come back. I agree. It's definitely a time investment. It's, if you're a board game kind of guy, this is definitely something you should play. But no, you're absolutely right. It's super time consuming, but it's I don't know how to put my words exactly on it, on what makes Civ and these strategy games so appealing, but it's just, I think the main one is just like being able to, like you said, like you can live out that I guess for lack of a better word, fantasy of how you would run things, you know?
Yeah.
Negotiating and, you know, like you said, destroying everyone if you want to do that. So I'm sure a lot of times then everybody just teams up to stop you, right? Because I try, because that's what I think that's just so cool because it's so tied to, like, you know, how the real world would be, right? If there was a country that was just going out and trying to kill everyone, even the entire world will be like, hey man, and then people stop trading with you. Like these type of politics that get involved, it's just really cool. So I love these types of games. But I think it's cool, the prestige system. That's new. I like that. I think that's cooler. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, because it's kind of weird that you, like, in Civ, I do get a little annoyed sometimes that, like, somebody can kind of just, like, not do anything, just make a bunch of cool stuff and win. That annoys me.
Or they're like in a place where it's really hard to get to, and then they launch the rocket, and you're just like, well, dang it. Like, fast. Before they get to Alpha Centauri. But I also, like, I wanted to point out, like, instead of just like war, you know, like generals and all of that we've seen in other games, there are different types of leaders, like cultural leaders and everything that we are seeing in this one. So very, very cool. And this is definitely one for me. I'm going to try it out at least and play a little bit. And Dan's like, I wonder if we could play each other on stream. We might be able to. And he is hyped on the giant robot.
Oh my god.
100% feel that. So I'm excited about this game. And
another fall release window. I feel like Avowed will be their October game, and then they'll release Aura in November.
Well, and Aura is definitely like specific type of people.
Correct.
Like, this is not going to be
stepping on any toes.
It's kind of like Flight Simulator. Like the people that love Flight Simulator, guess what? They're going to play it. And the few people that are like, oh, well, that looks cool, they'll go try it out for a few streams or whatever, and then they'll move on. But this is like for the people that want a new Civ game, but we haven't heard anything about a new Civ game in a while. So like this is kind of filling that void.
Correct.
It, like, a lot of it is like figuring out when your competitor is going to release something and release it like a year or two before they do, so you get that time frame to build up that and everything. So I'm excited about it. But let's move into the last game on the list. Little franchise called Indiana Jones.
Never heard of it.
And this is we're going to watch this one. I think it starts as like the developer just talking about it. So when we get to the actual trailer, we'll watch this. But
I put the trailer link in the doc.
Yeah, well, this one's downloaded on the old computer.
I love the fact that you were able to just ignore, like, Derek. Like,
never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Just keep on talking.
What is it? Harrison Chevy? I forgot his name.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Y'all know. I didn't even think of it. I didn't even think anything about it. Man, that is a long zoom on that. Oh, he must be talking. All right, Todd Howard.
He opens his mouth.
Okay, this must be it. All right, y'all ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
Okay.
This is fun.
Here we go, guys. We're watching this in its entirety.
To show you what the team here has been up to, let's take our first look at the new Indiana Jones game.
Don't eat me, Todd.
Jacket?
Let me tell you what you are missing, Dr. Jones.
Of course, we got the Nazis.
While you were playing your pointless game, I was playing you.
Did anyone else think that part was a little jittery, like his movement?
Yeah, it was
Maybe
a
you should have built yourself a
Well,
life
he is a
of
little
me
sweaty.
Yeah.
instead of ending up here.
You can tell his lips are swollen. He got his butt kicked.
In the south of Africa.
I'll give you another one.
We
Got
are going
him.
with the Harrison Ford.
Just strike me?
Yeah.
They got his. He looks good though, man.
Yeah,
Indiana Jones.
yeah,
He
he
looks
does.
good, man.
Bro,
He did a good job.
they got it exactly right.
History.
Literally.
And
Just different ways to interpret the past.
I think Troy Baker sounds so much like Harrison Ford in this trailer.
Yeah, he did a
too.
good job.
He did a great job.
Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs.
I still hear
Scattered
Troy
and
Baker
buried.
though. I feel bad, man. This dude,
Just
he's always
waiting
doing something.
to be found.
But he did a good job. You'll see it, especially when they show his face.
Just run
I could see
away
it.
from your problems, Indiana.
Right here, yeah.
Watch me.
Yeah, see, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, he looks good, though.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Okay.
I love it.
Yes,
Throughout history,
Yes. Oh,
mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle.
Always gotta have the zap.
Take that, flat earthers.
I've had run-ins with these guys before.
I like that part with the punch, with
Trust
the
me.
beat.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
It ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I could keep up?
Yeah.
Oh, that
That's
was
epic.
cool.
yes, sir.
Patron of the fallen angels. Protector of the Chukulimani. The Great Circle.
I love that like light cut across
Yeah.
the eyes. That was very Steven Spielberg.
You have any idea how old that was?
Oh my gosh. That inhale, though. Just saying.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones is such.
Clean, bro.
Wow.
Clean.
Wow.
Yeah,
he did a good
so
job.
good. Like,
Mhm.
I like, you know, when they didn't cut to the face of me, I'm like, oh, it's going to be Harrison Ford, and they show it like as the Harrison Ford facial structure. But I listen to it, I'm like, this kind of sounds like Harrison Ford, but I guess they did something to his voice because he doesn't sound as grizzled. And then I hear like it was certain lines where I'm like, this sounds like Troy Baker. And then as I'm putting together like the bullet points for this, IGN puts an article like Troy Baker's voicing Indiana Jones. Like, I know my people.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, Zach, would you if you had watched this by yourself, would you have guessed that would have been Troy Baker, or would you have not known?
I think there were lines that it was like, okay, it sounds like Batman from the Telltale games.
Yeah,
And I'm like, okay, I think that would have been the giveaway for me.
yeah,
So, like, maybe. I'll say maybe. I'll be honest. I might have, but it wouldn't have been 100%.
yeah. But
I could tell it wasn't Harrison Ford, but I thought whoever it was, I didn't know it was Troy Baker at first either, but
Yeah.
but they were just doing such a great job. I was like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
They
it's
killed
like
it.
almost there, but there were certain lines I was like, no, that doesn't quite sound like him. And,
Yeah.
and if it was him, they definitely like de-aged his voice somehow
Yeah,
in post, right? Because that's not old man Harrison Ford voice. That's young man Harrison Ford voice. So
and to Yugi's point, is like that man's always doing something. I go back to
Yeah.
an interview with him and Nolan North where it's like, oh, how did you get into voice acting? It's like, oh, you do this, that, and the other, and then wait for me and Nolan North to die. That's pretty much how you do it.
Yeah. Because that's what I mean. Like, he's got a big responsibility. He's always doing these major roles. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, you can only stretch his, like, you know what I mean? You can only, there's only such a range, but I mean,
Yeah.
he continues to impress, right?
Exactly.
I know he did, didn't he do Joker as well?
Yep.
Am I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in
So
Arkham Origins, right?
yeah, so he's doing a wide range of voices. So
Yeah,
I almost kind of feel bad because like the legacy here is huge, you know?
Correct.
So there's an expectation with that. So I feel bad, but he is very talented, you know, and it's just like when you play The Last of Us, I can't hear Troy Baker in that voice a lot of times.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like, okay, of course he'd be able to do it, right? But then I hear it, I'm just like, oh man, like it's not exactly there, but I mean, hey, he's doing what he can. He's doing what he can. He's talented. So
And shameless plug here, if you're in the area around the end of February, he will be at Pensacon. Troy Baker will be. So
okay.
Yeah.
So but I don't know if anyone caught that, but this, it's in the Indiana Jones universe, and it's going to take place between the first two films, in the timeline. So, and there was hints that of what the title was leaked. I didn't look at them. I'm just like, but I remember seeing something about Circle, and then I saw the Great Circle. I'm like, okay, this is cool. It's a fitting line, like better than Dial of Destiny. I'll say that much. But that's neither here nor there. But the combat looks really good, and like you saw it here in the little clips for like cut scenes, obviously, and like some certain types of traversal, they're going to cut to third person, but it's going to be mainly in first person.
Yeah, it's between the first and third movies.
Mm-hmm. Oh, first and third. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, which is kind of weird because there's a middle movie in there somewhere.
Right. Yeah.
But
like it's right here somewhere.
Roundabout.
There's a huge. Go ahead, you got it.
They said like they showed like him climbing up that pipe and like using the whip and stuff to swing on stuff. Yeah, it was all in third person because they wanted you to see the iconic look too of all of it. And I thought, that's great. And there's one clip where he's swinging down from somewhere with the whip, and then he kicks this guy in the air, but it goes back into first person, and it's the transition's so quick and smooth. I was like, yeah, it's gonna work. It works. I don't know. They did a good job.
It's seamless. It's good.
I love that they're bringing back the red
map
line map thing.
Yeah,
that's classic.
Bro.
But yeah, I'm digging it. I think this is going to be awesome. Like,
agreed.
I wasn't sure how it was all going to work.
Yeah.
But I'm down for this. This is going to be awesome. Joe asked, will it be on Xbox? And I'm pretty sure Machine Games is part of Bethesda, which is owned by Xbox.
I want to say they talked about it like when they unveiled it, like for the first time, like a year or like 2 years ago. They said it's going to be an Xbox exclusive. So now whether it's going to be a timed exclusive, don't know. But I think they're rectifying. Because I know with the ZeniMax side of Bethesda, like the Machine Games, the Tango Gameworks, they're trying to like piecemeal because some are going to be multi-plat, some are going to be exclusive. So I think for right now, Indiana Jones is just going to be a straight exclusive. But it works, like they brought up, the Nazis. It's like, this makes further sense why Machine Games did this because they've worked on 4 Wolfenstein games with nothing but Nazis. Like if they don't get the Nazis down pat, they shouldn't have offered this, property to them. So, but no, I'm excited for it. I was kind of hesitant to see how it would look gameplay wise because I felt like, with the whip style, it would kind of feel like machismo a little bit, but. Machine Games continues to impress me because we haven't seen anything from them in a while, so it's good that they are polishing their skills. It's good that they're integrating some of what they did in Wolfenstein into this game, and it just shows like you can tell, like Zach pointed out with the red line, they are just giving this the TLC that the series deserves because we know the movies haven't been kind to it.
Yeah. Any of the new stuff is
trash.
Trash, y'all.
Unfortunately.
It's the great circle of hot garbage is what it is. I'm afraid this is going to be what we wish we had as a movie,
right.
This is going to be the experience we all wanted, which is great. I mean, I'm glad we're getting it somehow,
Yeah. I was watching it and I was thinking that, bro, I was like, dude, this would be great as a movie. Correct. I was actually literally about to say, even before you said that, I was just like, dude, I just want to watch someone play it. Right. Like I want to watch a no commentary playthrough just so I can watch the game, and get the story. Right. And I almost never watch a no commentary playthrough.
Yeah.
So
I just want to point this little interaction out. I just saw this, so
yeah.
That is such an indie thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
That's something he would do, right? When the guy was twisting the sword around, what'd he do? Boom.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I ain't got time for that.
And in typical, because this is going to be like their Uncharted contender type of thing,
Yeah.
And they're going to be continent, because he said, all the big set pieces are like form a circle around the world, so they're going to be hopping. I know they're going to hit the Himalayas. They're going to hit other parts of the world, like I know they said in the sands of Africa. So they're going to be hitting different points throughout the world. So I'm intrigued to see, like, the map size. Like, is it going to be like linear, like the first couple Uncharted games, or is it going to let it be kind of like Uncharted 4, let you explore just a little bit, let it be a little bit more open? I'd like to see the traversal part of it, and the exploration part of it, because obviously they showed off, puzzles are going to be just as integral. I'm waiting to see what level because they didn't touch on it, because is it snakes that Indiana has a fear of? Like, I'm waiting to see what level you're going to find a huge pit of snakes and he's going to freak out like that. So
yeah, I wonder about, because they kind of, the one guy said something to the effect of that this is more puzzle heavy than it is combat heavy.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And so I do wonder what the balance is there.
Yeah.
But I mean, both of them look great. I mean, I think that it has to be a smart puzzle game.
Oh yeah.
For it to live up to that Indiana Jones name, I think, and I'm excited about that. But he picks up a hammer at one point and just chucks it at a dude and knocks him out. So the combat's there too, and he's picking up stuff in the environment and using it as weapons, and I think that's really neat.
And I think he also, you gotta imagine, because we didn't really see it, because I know the whip's going to be his main weapon, but you got to imagine it's going to be like Uncharted, because when you knock someone out, you can pick up their weapon if you're low on ammo.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can use the whip to steal someone's gun, or it'll be a skill you earn as you progress through the game, where it's all right, you can knock the weapon out of enemy's hands, but then you can get a skill where it's all right, now take the weapon and use it for yourself.
He definitely disarmed some people in there, with the whip. Yeah. And they said something about that too, about how they were going to use the whip in as many different ways as they could figure out to use it. Yeah, I think it looks awesome.
It does, yeah.
It looks really good.
I'm not gonna lie, it looks great, but I'm a little. Is it just me, or am I just a little annoyed that they didn't use more third person? I don't know. Is it because I'm a Uncharted stan or what? I don't know.
Well, it's Machine Games is they wanted to use more of a first person to be more immersive in the game, and that's what they've been known as first person. But like I said, for cutscenes, it'll be third person, and for certain traversal points, it'll be third. So there will be some sprinkled in. But I get where you're coming from. It's what I mean? It's you're going to use the motion capture, like Harrison Ford's facial structure. You kind of want to see it a little bit more. But I think Machine Games is playing into their strength, which is they're big on first person. That's what they've been doing. I think they just want to continue that.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that, but the franchise that they're going for, I feel like the audience would be a lot more peaceful. I kind of understand what Yuki's saying as well. So
right. No, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with it. I just know that I see what the studio's trying to do. They're trying to go with what they know.
Yeah, because I know when you make a third person game, that entails certain gameplay elements versus first person. Yeah, so
and who knows? Maybe they'll come out with a mode maybe they'll come out with a feature closer to when it launches, and they'll discuss about where you can just put it in straight third person mode if you wanted to.
That would be so cool. Yeah, because they did such good work with them. It's it'd be nice to see them more.
Right.
Yeah. I'm cool with the first person. I wonder how they would change it up, but I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm glad that there's at least the switch, because can you imagine having to climb a pipe in first person?
Oh yeah,
just standing at a wall.
It's just your hands in a pipe and you're just going up, and it's
And unfortunately, some games do that. No one wants to see that.
Yeah,
it'd be like climbing a ladder or a wall of vines in first person, which plenty of other games, it's just not that great.
It's not. Yeah.
So I do like that. I think that's going to be cool, and I think having no new Tomb Raider, I know we're getting the remasters of 1 through 3 this year as well, but this is scratching that itch for all the Tomb Raider and Uncharted fans.
Correct.
And this is the one. Indiana Jones is the reason why we have Tomb Raider and Uncharted.
Oh yeah,
you are correct.
So it's okay, we're finally getting the game that Indiana Jones has deserved for so many years, and the only good one that we've gotten is Lego Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
back in the early 2010s, I want to say.
What was that one on the N64? The Machine of Destiny, or what was that one called? Do you remember that one? It wasn't that great, but it was okay.
Was it the Staff of Destiny? Because I know
Infernal Machine.
The Infernal. I still had the word.
There was one on
in
PS2 that I played. That I played 2 levels of it.
You're talking about Emperor's Tomb.
Emperor's Tomb, yeah.
Just over here fact checking, you know what I mean?
But this is the one.
This is the one.
This is the one. This is the one that's we've all been waiting for. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I am excited about Indiana Jones. I know that it's going to be sometime this year.
Yeah, that's the only one that didn't even get a window. They just said this year, but still, the fact knowing that it's coming this year is still exciting.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So
when do you think it's going to be this year? When's it going to fall?
Oh, because they've already got. I mean, yes, again, 2 different games, but their fall's already, got 2 with Aura and Avowed. Like, I think they don't want. Again, 2 different styles of games with Indiana and Avowed, but I think Xbox wants to give them time to breathe. At the very latest, I feel like they want to release it in September. But I think I almost want to say that this will be their summer game.
You think so?
May.
That'd be appropriate.
Hellblade's coming out in May.
Yeah, but no, like July or August.
I feel like that's too close. Now, guys,
is there any chance it comes out sooner than that, like spring?
That would be insane.
They would have said.
Yeah,
they would have said.
So we do this little thing on the Nerd Cave, guys, and I like to bet.
Oh Lord, no!
I like to bet.
I like to bet on game releases here.
Don't let them sucker you guys in. Don't do it.
He's a betting man.
I'm a betting man when it comes to gaming releases. I am going to say for my bet, and this could be just bragging rights. We don't, we don't have to.
Oh, when we have guests, it's just bragging rights. When it's me, no, I need a fork over money.
Okay, we can do that. That's fine. You still owe me for a bet, but anyway, we can decide that. I'm going to say October release will be for Indiana Jones. So
when does Avowed release then?
Avowed will come out in August.
That's not fall. That's summer.
Yeah,
that's fall. That's fall to me.
Learn your solstices, you ignorant swine.
Hey, dude, I win all the time, so it doesn't really matter. Right?
Such a specific insult. The detail in it.
Learn your solstices.
Yes. That's a new one. That's a new one, Bo.
Derek's now muted, so we don't have to worry about that. He can say whatever he wants right now,
Oh man! Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
All right, I'm going October. Avowed, whatever. Like, I almost want to say this is going to get pushed to next year, to be honest. But I'm going to say,
really, yeah.
You know what? I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
But assuming that it's coming out this year, where would y'all put? Where would y'all put it?
Can you clarify real quick which one said fall or summer?
Summer is Visions. Fall is. I mean, I know Visions is not an exclusive, but just from this direct, it's going to be summer. Fall is going to be Avowed and Aura.
And this one just said 2024.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it might get pushed to next year.
I would agree with that. I'm inclined to agree with that because
what's getting pushed? Avowed or Indiana?
I would say Indiana, but
Indiana. I think Avowed will be. I think Avowed will be the October game, or maybe September. It might be the Starfield of this year. It might be the September game, and then because fall does technically start in September, so I could see that being the September game, and then Indiana Jones I would put in November if I were them. That's where I would put it. I'd make that the holiday game.
Yeah, that's
for
true.
Xbox.
Like late October, early November.
Yep.
Yeah. I'd put it early to mid November is where I would put it.
Dude.
But that's just me. Who knows?
So
it's got to be ready. Look, I think they know that it has to be ready. They can't have another Redfall situation on their hands.
Oh
Lord.
So I think that this is such a high profile property that they definitely can't have a Redfall situation on their hands. And so they need this to be ready when it releases. So it might fall to next year, but if it does come out this year, it's probably going to be as late as possible, but still be a holiday release.
Yeah,
is what I would say.
Yeah.
Now that COD is on the decline, November isn't scary anymore. I feel
But
like
also
people are going to
true.
be, you know what I mean?
That's
Because
like COD's theirs now, so that's a
That
November
too.
game for them.
yep,
Even though it's going to be
Mm.
multi-platform, it is technically going to be an Xbox release.
yeah, they really got to step up with that because
Yeah.
we'll see though. That's a good point. I actually forgot about that.
So
Falcon, what do you say?
yeah,
Honestly, I kind of like Bo's opinion, like on when they're gonna release. I would
Mhm.
probably side with almost everything he said.
Okay.
Get wrecked, Zach. No,
that's fine.
So I've kind of changed, kind of tweaking it a little bit for me because I said, well, maybe July, but now I'm thinking about it, like, listen to what all you guys said. I think Avowed will come out end of September, and then Indiana will be like their October game because I think they like to put smaller but like important games in November recently, like because I know Pentiment was November. They like to put, I think, what was it? What was that history game that they put out that they own now, that the PC that they put out a fourth, Age of Empires. Age of Empires, I think, was a November release.
The history game.
I mean,
That's crazy.
you don't know your solstices. Don't talk to me. So, and like Age of Empires was like November release. So I think they want to put Aura as a November release as well. So I feel like Indiana Jones would be a great October game.
Oh, Derek is agreeing with me.
he is.
What?
Oh,
So
If they can't beat them, join them, right?
So I will put this little bit of history out there. Redfall released May of last year,
May, yeah.
first, I want to say, and then Starfield released on September 6th.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there
And
you
then Forza was like October
Like early
5th
October.
or something.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they had, if they had anything in November. I can't remember. Well, you said Age of Empires, but
Yeah, I think they released Age of Empires 4 last year. I can't remember.
it wasn't Pentiment. I'm pretty sure that was 2
Yeah,
Novembers
Pentiment
ago.
was 2022.
Yeah,
Yeah, Forza October 10th.
October 10th. Yeah.
All right. Well, there we go. There's our predictions. Nothing was bet, but that's okay.
We got to kill your fun somehow.
Derek agreeing with Zach must be the solstice. Must be the solstice.
Got him.
So as I know you kind of brought it up, Zach, to me earlier. What did you think? What was everyone's general thoughts of the overall direct? Because I feel like smaller doesn't always mean better, but I feel like this was a solid, especially to start out the year with this style of a direct. It was more deep dives than it was gameplay, but I still felt like we got a bunch of solid information in this thing that, and stuff that I wasn't expecting to see. Stuff that, like Zach said with Aura, I was like, what is this game? This is going to be a throwaway game. And it's like, all right, this is actually interesting.
Yeah. So kind of to set the tone here, we're going to do this out of 5. 5 being it was like amazing. 4,
Yeah.
It was great. 3, it was good. 2 was okay. 1 was bad. So for me, I personally think it was, I'd give it a 5 out of 5.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's not PlayStation. Just keep that in mind, guys.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, right.
It's
This is
giving
a
some
Sony
love to
pony
something
over
that's
here.
not there.
Sony
He
pony
hopped
over
off his horse.
It really must
converted.
be a solstice.
Yeah, right.
We didn't know.
I make them happen whenever I want, so that's why it works out for me. All right, so where would y'all rank it out of the 5-point scale?
Go for it.
I gotta wait for Falcon to come back so he can copy my answer.
No, go now so he has to think for himself.
Y'all hating on Falcon. Don't be hating on Falcon.
I don't hate Falcon. I love him. Oh, I love him so
Do
much.
I think it was out of a 5 scale? Wow, that's rough, man. I guess it's so subjective. I feel like
Oh yeah, 100%.
they covered every type of game. I don't know if it was like if it had everything that I personally like, but it wasn't bad. And I love what they're doing, right? Because it's all Microsoft titles. It's all them doing their thing. Was it a 5 out of 5 though?
Like,
I guess for Microsoft, yeah.
The way I kind of go at it is like, for what it is, it was delivered really well.
Yeah.
It was concise. It showed everything that it needed to. And it's like, it didn't lead people astray. You know, like people like tend to overhype and like, oh, well, they're going to have this and, you know, make up crazy stuff like shadow drops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have a shadow. So for me, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it was super solid. It was packed. Unlike some things that we've seen from Sony recently, that's just kind of like meanders and everything. That's not as strong and doesn't show enough stuff. So for me, that's why I gave it a 5 out of 5.
Yeah. I'm inclined to agree with that though.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it for what it is, yeah, I'd agree. Like just on its face, hey, this is Microsoft stuff. They're just showing you what they're doing, showing you what they're working on. They're not beating around the bush. Yeah. I'd be inclined to agree with like a 5 out of 5. Is it every game that I would have liked to see? No, but I can appreciate their approach on how they do it too. They make it a little more personable too, which I appreciate. I feel like when you watch a Switch Direct, it's just a big old fire hose, and they just open it and just spray you with so many games that like
snapping at you, just over and over, just like you're gonna love it.
Yeah,
you love it.
It's a machine gun. It's just like it's one after another. They don't stop.
No.
But there's a place for that, and they do that really well. They're doing that really well. If every game they're showing is good, and a lot of them are, then go for it. But this one, it didn't give us things like fair games or foam stars, which is a good thing. We did not see a live service game in this direct. Correct?
True. Yeah.
No live service games.
Good point.
Yeah. So that to me is that raises the score. Because
this is where we're at, guys.
No live service. And as far as I could tell, no microtransactions really. Maybe the Ara History Untold.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something in there that you could purchase along the
way.
They'll
probably do like more factions, DLCs, and all that kind of stuff.
And DLC is totally different. I'm fine with DLC, but yeah, no live service games in this. And what I really liked about it was that they showed it from not a corporate perspective, but from each developer company's perspective.
Correct.
And man, it was shot. It was so cinematic the way they shot everything. And
Zach was gushing over this before y'all jumped in.
So good. The lighting and just the mood and the tone that they set for each one of them, and everybody seemed so happy,
genuinely happy,
like genuinely excited about their game and happy to show it off. And nobody, maybe one or two people, but for the most part, nobody looked nervous on camera. And sometimes they do this with the Nintendo Directs, and a lot of the people that they pull in from the developer side, some of them look really nervous, and that comes off on camera. And this one didn't. I mean, everybody was so confident in what they were presenting and so happy to show it off. And that really stuck out to me. And I think that raised the enjoyment of the event for me, was that I could tell that they loved the game that they were putting out. And they weren't afraid to let you know about it, and then, it wasn't every game that I like either, but like she was really awesome. That lady that you just had there, she was so confident on screen. And so many of them were. And they're all like smiling, like she's smiling, she's smile talking, and they did that, and I loved that. And then the games that they showed off, for the most part, well, I thought they all looked phenomenal, and most of them I definitely want to try. So I would probably give it. I have a hard time giving anything 5 out of 5, but can I do 4.5 out of 5? I mean,
sure.
Yeah.
We don't do halves, but we'll let you both this time.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. So 4.5 out of 5.
That's right.
Shush, Derek. Okay, So just as like a cinematography kind of nerd, real quick, this fall off is so nice, and then you got just a little bit on the side of her face of that blue, and I love this dolly shot that's going on here.
Right,
just like it's so good. And what's even subtler is when they go to the front shot, it is a dolly in. It's very, very faint, and it's like you don't know it's there, and then. Just like look at like this third and her eyes right. It's just so good.
The thirds is really good. The vertical thirds, because you don't see that a lot in stuff like this.
And then you've got this leading line right here. Like it just draws you straight in. We're getting real nerdy here. Like, but gosh, that was good.
I could not agree with you more. I noticed that as well in this specific setup that they did with her. It's perfect. It's perfect.
It's true what Bo's saying though. And I'll tell you why. They even got the pregnant lady to stand up and talk. That's how you know. They love their game.
Dude, I thought I was the only one that noticed that for a second. I wasn't gonna say it while we were reviewing the game, but I was like, "Hey, I think she's pregnant."
She's like, listen.
So you have no memory. You have no memory of Sinuous Sacrifice, but you remember this pregnant lady?
I remember this pregnant lady.
I do. I very much do.
When they had her standing up, I was like, "That's passion right there."
Yeah, that's passion for your project. 100%.
She wants to sit down, but she stood up and said, "You need to play our game." Yes, ma'am.
Oh man, that is great. So we're currently ranking. One quick. This I will if I can find this.
But also to you, Bo and Zach, gushing over the cinematic shots. You bunch of nerds.
100%. 100%. No doubt about it.
No, actually, it's really cool though. It's cool.
It is. No, that was a reference to when Zach and I went to Pensacon last year, and he was just walking like we'd be walking out of the convention center, and he's like, "You bunch of nerds."
Oh my gosh, bro.
Sorry, I'm trying to find this one. Okay, this one. Hold on. This shot, though, annoys me. Like, what crap is this?
Okay.
What is this?
Dude, thanks, though. What are they trying to do?
Yeah.
I know that they're trying to do, like, a lot of, like, sports documentary are doing this, like, weird, like, push the people over to, like, this side of the camera and everything. And it's like, they changed the shot here soon. I'm being picky now. I did give this a 5 out of 5, but I had to call that one out because when I saw it, I was like, "What is this junk?"
Now I like the hallway.
Yeah,
but he's too low in the frame.
Yeah, 100%.
He's framed too low. Yeah.
So
and there was no need to do it that way. They could have had the hallway and him framed higher.
Agreed.
Falcon, what would you rank this?
Rank the
So 5 is awesome.
like,
4
as a
is
whole. Are we rating the whole thing?
Yes, as a whole. 5 is awesome.
That's why
4
you guys
is
were
great.
geeking out about the camera angles. Okay.
I know.
I was like, what are they doing? Dude. Okay. The whole developer direct as a whole, dude. I'm pulling a bow out here. I know it's supposed to be exact numbers, but
4.75.
Actually, you're close. It's a 4.7.6. Okay.
Okay.
It's got to be a little different, Bo. Just a little.
I was gonna just say 4.7, but then you said 0.5, and I was like, oh no, I'm sorry.
That's why we don't deal with halves.
Dude, no. In all seriousness, though, it's like a 4. It's a 4 out of 5 in my opinion. It's good. I like it, man.
Now this shot's good. Like they fixed it. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
He doesn't look like they're like trying to force perspective and trying to do a Hobbit film. Sorry, I had to show y'all that. They did fix it though. All right, so we've got 4. We've got a 5 out of 5. We've got a 4.5. We've got a 4.76. Yugi gave it a 5 out of 5 as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. For what it was.
And McDonald's Obby says Indiana Jones mentioned 5 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
I've been reading that.
See, so that's what I mean.
all night.
McDonald's Arby.
Yeah.
Obby.
My bad.
Now we'll throw Kaka McGraw a bone here. Kaka McGraw, or better known as John Stevenson, or Derek, what would you rank this this one?
So very similar to like what Yugi said. It's definitely they brought what they needed to bring for this direct for Xbox. Like they set the tone for their year for the most part, and they set the tone. Why are you threatening me, Falcon?
You better watch what you say. You better watch what you say.
I barely spoken yet. Like, give me a chance.
Hey, listen.
Hey, did your dad give you permission to hold that? Aren't you supposed to-
Why do I try? Why do I try? If Bo wasn't here, I could have. I would have had the factors, like the oh my goodness,
Oh boy,
factor would have happened there.
But
oh my god.
But going back, it's like there was a lot of good in there. But I'm gonna have to, just more to spite Zach than anything. I'm gonna buck the trend as well with Bo. I'm gonna go a 4.5 just because, like, vision, like while everything was shown well. Vision, like just speaking to me, like not like to Yugi's point, not everything spoke to me in Visions, and Aura is something like I'll watch occasionally, but I won't play. Like the other 3 games, I'll definitely play.
Mm-hmm.
So,
wait, other 3.
Michael Scott.
Very, very interesting. You said other 3. Weren't there 5?
Yeah, there's 5. Yeah,
Visions of Mana don't count.
Well, it was shown. I'm talking about games just shown at the direct.
It don't count.
So Visions and Aura, and then Indie, Hellblade 2, and Avowed.
Okay.
So,
well, there you go.
So put down your pitchfork, Falcon. I'm sorry. No hot takes. I told you before the stream started. No hot takes tonight.
Yeah, I know you said it. And I said I trusted you, but we got closer to the end, and I was like,
Yeah.
I was getting scared.
Well, there you go, guys. That is the episode. We hope that you enjoyed it. If you want to support us, you can go over to patreon.com/nerdcave and join up over there. Pick a tier that best fits you. If you don't have any dollars to toss our way, you can also join for free on the free tier and see all the cool stuff that's going on over there. And if you are looking for some coffee to wake you up in the morning, we're brought to you also by Coffee Brand Coffee. You can get exceptional coffee with no gimmicks and no politics. They've got nearly 4,000 verified reviews, and most of those are 5 out of 5. 12 coffee blends, 12 organic teas, 3 hot cocoa flavors, and got cold brew. They got it. K-Cups. They got it. All the good stuff.
They deliver on the solstice.
They do. They deliver on the solstice.
Nice.
The thing that gets me is that all of their stuff is roasted to order. It's not just sitting there in a warehouse. They roast it when you order it. So that's awesome. So elevate your coffee experience with Coffee Brand Coffee. Use code NerdCave at checkout with a link in the description below to get 5% off your order. There we go, guys. That's
very
it.
nice.
Yes, sir.
Wrapped up in the book.
Let's go.
Now, let's do a quick round robin. I'll let y'all plug the channels and get everybody go over and check y'all out. And let's go with Yugi first, since he agreed with 5 out of 5 with me.
All right, guys. Yugi601 on all platforms, either by itself or with an underscore. You can catch me here live next week. Hopefully, we're gonna get back into live streaming, checking out some games. A lot of games we got to go through. It's been very busy. But I got to get my act together because we got a lot of good stuff coming out, as you saw from this direct. So appreciate you guys tuning in. This was fun. And yeah, just catch me there on the channel. I'll be mainly streaming on YouTube as always.
Boom. And then let's go with Bo Knows Gaming. He did the less awkward Defiance. So Bo, let everybody know what you got going on.
Well, I'll tell you, I have a review coming soon on this guy right here.
Ooh,
it's a little.
It's like a Vita.
It does, and then I just shot an unboxing video on this tonight. Another handheld, and this one's actually.
Is that a Game Boy Switch hybrid?
It feels so nice in the hand. It's really light.
Dude, it looks so comfy to hold, bro.
Yeah, it really is. I'm kind of
you're not
surprised
wrong.
about it. And what else was I? I guess I just got a MetaQuest 3, so I'm going to be doing some more stuff on that here pretty
Ooh,
soon.
let's go.
Yeah, some game reviews,
Beautiful.
I think.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
And then, last but not least, Kaka McGraw Part 2. Falcon, let them know what you got going on.
No, bro. All right,
Oh,
all right.
no.
Yo, what's up, guys? Yeah, you can find me on almost all the socials. Okay, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on YouTube. I'm not on TikTok, so don't go looking for me there. Yeah, but recently I've been posting a video every single Wednesday at 3 p.m. and I've been playing Sea of Stars, so that's what I've been working on. And then I actually created a new channel just today, actually, or it was yesterday night. It was yesterday night. I created the channel yesterday night. It's called Content Tactics. I'm going to be talking about YouTube tips that I've learned this year at YouTube. And as I keep on growing, I'll continue teaching more people about the things that I keep on learning. And hopefully we can all grow together and use those tactics to grow. But yeah, I'm excited. The first
Very
video
good.
is actually coming out Saturday. So
W.
yep, get ready.
Nice.
That's awesome. I just want to point this dude out one more time.
He's like, where can we find you?
And all of his stuffed animals.
Oh
that,
my goodness, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, like I
Tell me where Neo is.
Yeah, I want him to be my sensei. Like, let's
Yes.
do this.
Yes.
Let's go,
dripping
bro.
in heat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Looking fresh. Bro.
Like before you see him, you know there's potions outside in the lobby.
Yep. 100%.
Dude,
People thank him for giving them the 1,000 years of pain.
Yeah.
No. He's the boss, bro. Like, there's gonna be some closed doors and a save point before you go and meet him.
100%. 100%. 100%.
and a big ammo supply.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Well, there you go, guys. There is the episode this week. Make sure you hit the like button, all that good stuff, and go check out all these awesome channels. There's content for all of you that are looking for things. Retro gaming, streams, Roblox, cacaing, all of those
That's
things.
not coming from me. You're the only one
Yes.
cacaing here, bro.
No, that's you. 100%. Guys, thank y'all so much for being on tonight. And thank you all for taking time and watching. This has been Zach.
Kaka McGraw.
Yugi 601.
Falcon Tactics.
Bono's Gaming.
Y'all have a blessed week. Bye.